guys, as you know, we've been working on this dash for Irwin, and this is the factory one, and this is the one we're going to replace it with. But there is a trim piece that goes on this, and as you can see, it's got little eyebrows there that lock in. And when we put it on this, it's going to cover up part of our gauge, and we don't want that. So what we're going to do today is we're going to 3D scan this, and we're going to design another one. Some of you seen me do 3D scanning before, but I want to take this opportunity to give you some of my best practices for getting a good 3D scan out of something. First tip is going to be to take any little attachments that you can take off so that you can get a good scan of the parts that you need. Tip number 2 is if you're going to be scanning black objects, you probably need to get you some scanning spray. This stuff's about $50 a can, so if you don't want to spend the money, you could always just cover it in painter's tape. Athlete's foot spray will work on some objects too, or dry shampoo. And this stuff is nice because it sprays on, it turns white, and then it disappears in a couple hours. Alternatively, if you didn't care much about the part, you could just spray paint it with a light color paint and it would scan a lot better. Tip 3 is keep some fixtures around so that you can stand it up and scan most of the whole part with one scan. If you're doing parts that need both sides scanned, you need to get at least a little bit of both sides before you flip it over, and then you can get the whole side, and then you can align your scans together. Next tip is when you're scanning, just imagine you're spray painting, and you need to get in every little nook and cranny with that paint so that you don't miss anything. As you can see on our scan, by the data indicator, the green is the best scan. We missed a little bit of stuff in here, but we can get that when we flip it over and then we combine it. But we have both sides so that it should align well. This process in the scan environment is to cut out what you don't need. This takes a little bit of time, and it's very important that you cut away the stuff that you don't need. Now you see we've cut away what we don't need, but we are missing a little bit of the model, and we have some data that isn't quite where it needs to be, noted by the red areas. It's okay because we're going to go in and do another scan, and then in our software it will align it. So we're going to flip this thing over and scan it just like we did, but we're going to scan it, stand it up again, and that way we can get the underside that we didn't get really well. So as you can see, we've got it propped up. That way we can scan this side, and then we can move back to the back side and scan this side, and we should be able to capture the other points we need. So now that we got our second scan, we got to clean this one up. You got both scans in here, you want to go to project alignment. Now this is going to depend on your software, but this is the OnStar software. We're going to put one project in one box, put the other project in one box, and then we're just going to let the software do its thing. Now, you can see it didn't align it well, so we're going to have to go in and align that by hand. Folks, chance to show you a rare problem here. We got a double scan of the same part. That's all on the same. If we cut that off, this is our first scan, this is our second scan, and you can see the second scan's got a double part, so we need to go back and rescan that again. All right, this is better. Now, when we cut project 1 off, you can see we got project 2. We're missing a little bit where we cut out where our holder was, but we should be able to align these together now. Let's give it a try. We'll put project 1 in the permanent box, project 2 in the floated box. We'll apply, and that's what it should look like. When we exit and we come back over here, you can see our parts are aligned all in one piece. Now we need to combine these together and make a meshed model. All right, now that we got our meshed model, we can inspect it, and it looks like these little tabs came out pretty good. This one maybe not so much so. That one looks pretty good. And we got a little bit of a bulge there, but this tab looks good. But this is the kind of quality you can expect from a scanner. A little deviation there, but we should be able to clean this up pretty good and modify it. I know this was a long one, but this information is important to the people it's important to. I know maybe 3 people might get it to the end of this, and you 3 people, I appreciate you, and I'm making this for you because I want to educate you. I want you to have good luck with your projects. Follow along. Next time I'll show y'all how to modify this in a few different ways and a few different programs, and that way maybe you could get started on making your own parts for your own projects. I appreciate you, and I hope your next project comes out perfect.